Welcome everybody to another episode of City Skylines. Let's fix this desperate city scenario. And do you hear that, guys? Do you hear that? It's the sound of no babies around. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a full episode without being interrupted by my baby, my 3-year-old. And again, I shouldn't call him baby really, but I think he's always going to be a baby even if he's 70. So, this piece over here you're looking at was created by him. Well, not entirely. What he did, what was his responsibility, was to plop these 3 buildings: the hospital, the police, and the fire department. Yeah, he chose the buildings and he plopped them wherever he wanted. Well, I kind of suggested this area, but the actual placement, he did it. So I'm kind of proud as a parent that he placed these 3 buildings. And then I detailed with the parks and the parking lots and the trees and the pathways. And that was me. But yeah, so this is nice actually. And I think it's functional as well, because we needed some more of this around here. Where's the other hospital? Yeah, it's around here. This is already a bit far. And it kind of provides services to all this, or coverage to all this area, I think. Yeah, let's actually take a quick look at the city vitals. How are we today? It looks all good. Elementary, okay, we need one, and I think it's a good place to put it right here, align with this road. Perfect. And now let's detail this a little bit, shall we? There's 2 tiles gap here, 1, 2. This would be for the trees, and this will be a pathway. You know, I like symmetry, even though sometimes my symmetry is not very symmetrical. And I'm not contradicting myself at all with this statement. Yeah, I think this looks good. And then I can put some of these. Do I want a lot of these? Just like this. I think this actually looks good. Although it would look even better if I completely surrounded the school with parking lots. It is a bit weird to have such a small school with so many parking lots, but this is convenience. So this is more parking lots than the hospital. But this is it's posh, okay? It's a very fancy school, okay? They want to make sure there's parking spaces for all parents and workers. Yeah, let's go with that. And let's cover these gaps with some trees. It's mostly for aesthetic reasons. I think it looks cool to have a building surrounded by parking lots. Yeah, I think it's good. So what are we going to do in today's episode? We are going to start zoning this area over here. And I had an idea. I follow this YouTuber called Imperial Jedi, which probably most of you will know. And what he did? Oh, what? Oh yeah, I enabled this mod. So you see here the surface tool or painter tool mod, because that's what my 3-year-old likes to do. He likes to paint. I think I deleted all his paintings. Yeah, just looking around to see if I forgot any. And then I didn't disable the mod. And I guess I can leave it on. The good thing about having the mod is that now this area is all grey, like I like it. And this as well. So yeah, that's cool. But anyway, I digress. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I followed that YouTuber. Really like his cities, Imperial Jedi. And something I want to see if it will work for the touristic area is the way he zones sometimes residential. Why? That's what I wanted. Yeah, I wanted to see these things. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah. Oh, now the pathways are not visible. Right, that's why I didn't want the mod, is it? Yeah. Yeah, because I was deleting stuff. Oh. Okay, I need to remove the mod. Okay, I'll be right back. And we're back, and our pathways are all visible now without the mod. Yay! And this is another reason why I don't like to use mods. It has a lot of, let's say, weird behaviors that unless you're an expert in that mod and you know what's going to happen and you prepare for it and you're careful not to trigger those weird behaviors, whatever they are, it causes more harm than good. So now I sacrifice aesthetics. Right around here everything was gray, and here as well, for functionality. And yeah, I don't think I will. Yeah, I prefer to get assets like these than to use that mod that paints things. Yeah, it was nice, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. For example, to have painted this ground. No, I need to focus efflux. Okay, so today's episode, like I was saying, is to start zoning our touristic and leisure or nightlife commercial areas around this place over here. Oh, by the way, I know we can. I recently found out, again by watching another YouTuber, this case was Target, and I found out we can connect this side of the train station. Ah, look, nice. And if I do like this, I will ruin everything, right? I don't ruin, but it just makes it look weird. Yeah, okay, cool. So once again, let's see if I can actually finish my thought. Okay, so I was watching Imperial Jedi, and the way he zones residential, or he likes to zone sometimes, not always, he wants to create like isolated houses instead of having like these blocks of zones. So what it normally does is something like this. I'm going to pause the game because I don't want to create something like this, and it creates a nice neighborhood kind of feeling where every block is a house, and then he puts sometimes some fences, some detailing around it. And I'm like, I think I want to do that, not for houses, but for the touristic area. And why? Because I don't want this to be densely populated. You know that a lot of touristic buildings, they have they are like kind of mini resorts of some sort, meaning around the building there's some stuff that that the people that are in the hotel, for example, they can benefit from. And that's kind of what I want to try to do here. Not for the nightlife. Nightlife can be compact, I think, but I want to do that for the tourism areas. And here I want to create some kind of like sports complex or some kind of attraction, and everything else is going to be populated with touristic buildings. And I just see this huge gap here. I don't think we need this. Maybe like this. Just looking around to see if I notice more gaps. Here, yeah, I definitely want to do something with this, although I actually might leave this open. I think I want to create a city park here, because this is quite close to the airport, and I want to have like a visual border between the airport area and the touristic area. This will probably be nightlife, I'm still not sure. It depends how things progress on this side. Let me just refresh my memory. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to do this tourism. I don't think I want anymore. Yeah, the tourism, nightlife, and then I still don't know what I'm going to do around here. It depends how these areas develop, because if there is a big demand for either of these, I might just continue here, but most likely I'm not going to expand the touristic area here. I will just expand the nightlife or create another nightlife here. I could do this, organic and local produce, because it would make this area look quite flat. I think these commercial buildings are quite flat, and I think it makes sense to surround this, and they are commercial buildings, so they wouldn't mind about the noise. And because it's local produce, it reduces a lot of traffic, because of the truck traffic in the area is reduced significantly. meaning it doesn't contribute to the overall traffic that the airport will surely create. Like that. Yeah, let's park that idea for now, but I think that's what's going to happen. And now, without further ado, let's start zoning some stuff here. So, nightlife, let's just do like this. Nightlife, I don't mind being it densely populated. Yeah, let's see if I can. Okay, around the metro, I want to leave some gaps. Just because I want to see the people coming in and out. I will put some trees just to hide small imperfections. Something like this, but I can still clearly see this. You know what I can do? I'm in the mood for detailing. So what I want to do is I know what I can do. I can put one of these things here. So people can relax. If they are waiting for the metro or whatever, they can just find a place to relax. Yeah. I wish I was more often in the mood for detailing, but unfortunately I'm not. So yeah, so this is our metro station right here. And you see just the metro station just out of nowhere. It seems weird, doesn't it? If it's like in the middle of a big city or a densely populated like this, you know, you can't really tell, and it's fine, I think. Like here, you know, it's fine, or here, it's fine, I think. But in the touristic area, it kind of makes me want to detail this a bit. This would be so convenient, wouldn't it, to have a parking lot, a small one, right next to the metro. Oh, I think this would be okay. I've never seen this in real life, by the way. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I've ever seen something like this, but we are an original city. We create new things. Things that the world has never seen before. Okay. And then we can put some trees. I'm going to actually create this to kind of highlight that we have the cable car there. It kind of highlights this, doesn't it? Which is a good thing. Yeah, then I'll need to do some detail around here, and then I still need to do the beach area, which we'll do probably in the next episode. Can I unpause the game? Why did I pause the game? I had a reason to pause the game. Let me unpause and see if something will break. No, not really. Okay, zone. We have a bunch of zoning here. Oh yeah, I wanted to finish this part here. And like this as well. And actually I wanted to do all of it. I want to connect all these areas like so. Do we have power? We will have as soon as this zone gets completed. Oh, and I can start the touristic zoning as well. And now I'm going to do that theory I was telling you about. I want to do 4x4 with 2 tile gaps like this. So it's going to be again quite symmetrical, but hopefully it will look good. We shall find out very, very soon. Oh yeah, we have no demand. There's no point speeding this up. Almost. You're almost there. Okay. You know what that means? More zoning. Although now that I'm looking at the metro, oh, quite a few people are using it. Feel like I want to do this. Oops. Probably enable these guys to connect from one side to the other. That's probably a good thing. Well, since I'm here, I might as well do this. I probably don't have to do it this way. I can make it go straight up if I just align it with this row like so. And not too bad. I can even do this. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we need to develop this area. You see how much the demand went down just by zoning a little bit of commercial. The ratio of commercial to residential is just huge. That's why I think this zone will probably be enough with tourism and nightlife, because we need a lot of population to justify more zoning of this type. Oh, I didn't tag these things. God damn it, I have to tag this and this. I was like, what? This is normal commercial buildings. We don't want that. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, let's enjoy this moment. Let's enjoy. Can I select this? Oh yes, I can. Oh, let's enjoy this. It's still, obviously, there's still a lot of things missing, like the beach area and stuff, but let's take a look. Let's go on a joyride. Oh, and see the fire in the horizon. Let's ignore the fire. Let's just enjoy the cable cars. Whoa, okay, this makes me dizzy. Oh man, this is so cool. Except this camera makes me dizzy. Every pillar. This is weird. Whoa, yeah. Okay, no, okay. Is this going to do the same thing? Yeah, okay, no, never mind. No, I don't want to follow, I just want to see it. Oh, university zoo. Having the word university there kind of threw me off a little bit. Yeah, our zoo. I don't want this to be called Wild Zoo. And that's because I don't have any other ideas. If you have any suggestions for the name for the zoo, just let me know in the comments below, please. Yeah, okay, we can expand this, but for now, I just want to see if my strategy is going to work. Of having nightlife here, and nightlife doesn't have as tall buildings as the touristic buildings, as you can see. Now we have obviously a power problem since things are dezoning, and since we have some demand for... Wait a second, do we have power going to the airport? We do. That means I can turn on the airport and the bus station. I can. Yeah, I want people starting to move here. I can also turn this thing on. This is already on. I can turn all these things on because it will bring tourists. This is mostly just to connect power here, which I guess I should also bring it across the other side. Come on, guys. Things zone quickly. I need to zone more stuff around this place, I think. More residential. Let's just do the normal thing. Yeah, I probably will need to surround all of this with offices. Surround this area. And everything else residential. I still don't know what I'm going to do here, but I obviously want to do something cool here whenever I figure that one out. Okay, did I forget to turn on anything? I still don't want to turn this on. Actually, I can turn this on. It's next to the zoo, so it's fine. And this can also be on. Yeah, so we have our cable car stops all turned on and working, hopefully. Okay, this doesn't have power, so we need to do something about that. However, I don't exactly know how am I going to do that, unless I can extend this like this. Yeah. And now we can zone a bit more as well here. Yeah, hopefully now this will connect power around these areas, I hope. And like this as well. So all of this will then be connected with power, I hope. Come on, develop faster, city. Oh, look at it, look at it. Okay, having these buildings separated looks a bit weird. Oh, look at this, so small. What? Nice, so the smaller ones. I don't necessarily mind this. Okay, so only the 4x4 are really tall buildings. I probably don't mind this. These smaller touristic buildings. Do I mind this? Look at the different layouts. So I think this is interesting. The nightlife buildings, they are quite different, even though they're all the same, let's say, size, because they are one big chunk of a block of buildings, basically, of a zone. But the touristic ones, they vary a bit. Do they have levels? No, they don't. They only have that one level. So, interesting. Let's see from this perspective here. Look what's happening here. No, these are all the same, and they are different in size. Wait a second, but this commercial tourism building here, and this commercial leisure, okay. So never mind what I said then, because they are also the same size, but they got completely different building types. Okay, I don't necessarily mind it. I don't think. Yeah, I think this should be okay. And now what I want to do to see if it works visually, that is to fill this up with really tall trees like these. Okay, it's done. What do you think? I think this looks better than if all the buildings were glued together, you know? It transmits slightly the idea, I think, that it's not densely, zoned. Although it kinda is, but it's not as dense as if I didn't leave these two tile gaps between the zones. I like it. And I'm not too bothered about the fact that some of these touristic buildings are small. It creates, I think, a good contrast to the taller buildings. And I'm happy that I didn't get it wrong, that the nightlife buildings are smaller than these, so it makes sense. It's a good transition from the beach, then tall buildings and much taller buildings. These are a bit weird because they all became the same stuff, but it's okay. I can live with that. Yeah, it's not bad, guys. It's not bad. Do we have demand? Oh, we have demand. Let's do that. Let's give the people what they want. Wow, they zoned immediately. Almost immediately. Okay. Wow, our city is developing so nicely. Wow, I'm really happy with this. This is looking really cool, isn't it? Look at this. And I guess on the next episode we will detail the beach. Yeah, definitely. I think it's time for that. I have a few ideas. Simple. I want this to be a simple beach because this is so, it's a bit dense, and we have this thing here, the marina, that gives kind of the activity area look and feel, and I want this to be kind of more natural looking. That's what I want to do here. I don't want to have a busy beach with a bunch of things, and also because it's my personal preference. I like to go to beaches where there's a lot of sand dunes and people can just be relaxed. I don't want to have like a bunch of beach bars and like volleyball courts, beach volley, or sports arena, stuff like that. That's not my favorite thing. Although I might put some around this area, so this can be like that type of area, the entertainment area, and then everything else around here and a bit here, although here there's not a lot of place. So let's say here it's going to be just normal beach, natural as it can be, although this still is technically a city beach, but hopefully it makes sense. And that is it, guys, for today's episode. Let me know what you think. I think this is going to be an awesome touristic area, and I do love these cable cars going around. And if you have any suggestions for the name of the zoo and the university as well, the campus area, just let me know. And that's it, guys. I hope you're keeping well, keeping safe, washing your hands, and I'll see you again on the next episode. Bye bye.